Hey yo, ADR, this is King Black. Life ain't easy, man. For a Latin King or not, brother. Well, brothers and sisters out there listening to this, being a Latin King or not has nothing to do with one's financial status because that's like saying every Crip is as rich as Snoop Dogg and every Blood is as rich as the game. That ain't real life. You know what I'm saying? Especially for someone like me who advocates not living up to the stereotype of dealing on the block and living that fast life. Because as fast as you can live it, it can end just as fast. You know, either through the grave or being put in a cage for the rest of your life. Because when you live that lifestyle, you are forced to make these split second decisions. And speaking from the legit normal human side of things, we all got financial worries, man. It's easy for me to floss the things that I got, the guns, the silver, money, but all of that was gained through hard work, you know what I mean? Nothing is free or easy in here. And I wouldn't trust anything that is free or easy because it comes with strings attached. And you don't want those strings. It'd be like John Wick. Once you accept that money, once you accept whatever it is that people are offering you, you're given that marker, or they got that marker, and sooner or later, they're going to present it back to you, and you ain't got no choice but to say yes, or face consequences. I already told y'all I've been a decade and a half as a Lion King, and I'm still out here free, and there's a reason for that. It's because I don't do stuff like that, and I don't associate outside of when I got to other members that live that lifestyle, because you know what, it's a matter of time until you're pulled into a situation like that, or just because I'm with them, something happens, I might have to react as well. And I'm putting myself in different situations that I wouldn't otherwise put myself in. So, we all got financial worries, financial stress, mental health issues, you know what I mean? Mental health is important, especially in this quarantine time that we're living in, where people aren't going out as much. Sometimes you gotta talk to somebody. Sometimes you just gotta take a step back and reevaluate your life. It's easy to say, you can follow the same path that I do. But at the same time, it's a hard one. Because I'm proud to wear the colors that I wear every single day, to be a Latin King, to have my tattoos, to have been fortunate enough to be allowed into the almighty Latin King and Queen Nation. But at the same time, I've seen a lot of brothers and sisters go a different route. I've seen people who are not a part of the nation, man, just neutrons, or different, or members of different organizations, throw their life away for nothing. Being a gang member is a choice. It's a lifestyle. But at the same time, you dictate how do you live that lifestyle. If you want to portray the stuff that you hear about in rap songs and movies, you might experience success, man, but for a short time. Whereas for me, I never joined for any of that. I joined because they were my family when I had none. I joined because of the philosophy of it will make me become a better leader, a better person, a better man, a better overall individual in society. And because maybe I'm just fortunate in the leadership that I had when I first got in, and the people that I've associated with since have been living that path, I've been fortunate enough not to have experienced many of the downfalls that come with being a gang member, right? I've already said in other videos how it has cost me my high school graduation. It has cost me time, relationships with family, friends. But I don't regret who I am. Even to this day, even though I've lost so much, even though a lot of my family despises it, I am who I am. And I'm here as a Lion King on YouTube, not to preach, to say, be a Lion King. I'm on here to say, yo, if you're going to be whatever it is that you want to be, try to live as righteously as you can. Represent your organization in the best light. There's already so many stereotypes out there. When somebody hears blood, crip, whatever, they're going to instantly get tight, thinking that you're going to go do something to them. Nah. Like I said before, that might be true in places like LA or Chicago, but those are just two distinct war zones. But if you're outside of those two spots, for the most part, you got a choice on how you represent, on how you associate with those within your organization and those outside of it. It's easy. Like I've said before, when you have a firearm, you are a master of life and death, because at any single moment you can pull it out and end somebody's life, right? But that's not the goal, that's not the purpose of having one, right? And then you say, well, why do you have one then if you don't want to use it? Point is, I have one to protect me and mine. I don't carry it to display it. I don't carry it to intimidate. I carry it in the event that I need to protect myself because of who I am, who I choose to affiliate with, my position, right? It's not out there to be having to prove myself to anybody. Firearm ownership is a responsibility. I only carry that just in case I have to protect a life, whether that be mine, whether that be whoever I'm hanging with, may that be even just a stranger who's around. Don't fall into the trap of having to live up to some ideal. That's how a lot of these kids get their lives taken away from them at 17, 15, 16. Because they feel like they got something to prove. This life isn't always fun and games. People die representing the colors that they wear. I get that. Just be careful out there. Be careful who you choose to associate with, what you're doing, because people are always watching. People like me. I'm a people watcher. I watch expressions, I watch body language, I feel energy, I watch intentions. I can tell a lot about a person before they even speak. Right? Like they say, that old adage of real recognize real. Don't be out here trying to fake the funk, because when you get tried, that's how innocent people get hurt. I say that because there's a lot of kids nowadays that are trying to just create an online presence just because it's not a game out here. You got people with messed up mentalities that won't hesitate twice to do something dumb. You got people who won't hesitate twice to try and get you to do something dumb. So you mess up your life because they already messed up theirs. Don't fall into that trap. Stay in school. If you're already outside of school, work on getting employment. Better yourself. Keep on learning whether you're in school or not. You don't need to be in school to keep learning. Don't become a martyr. Don't become like what happened to, like, for example, in my nation, people like King Tone, that he's doing so much positive things and has contributed so much to the nation. I have much respect and love. But he's had to have committed so many mistakes to get where he's at now, that because of the stuff that he has done, in the eyes of many, it has diluted his message of positivity. But not to me. I get it. That's why I've always preached from the get-go positivity and leading with the message that I've never been in jail. Right? Because if people are willing to listen to somebody like King Tone, who has spent time in prison, how can you not listen to a gang member who's been over a decade and a half and never seen the inside of a jail cell? How much more powerful message is that? You can represent whoever you want to represent, right? You can be a blood who's been a blood for 20 years and never been arrested, never had to touch illicit drugs. It's all about who you choose to surround yourself with and who your leadership is. Or if you're in a leadership position now, how you approach those you lead. Because when you're a leader, now you're in charge of different personalities, different mentalities, different wants and needs. You're going to have people who think just like you and people who don't. You have to have a balance. But at the end of the day, the only one that's going to keep you safe is you. Because anytime you make a decision, it ripples. Be conscious of that. ADR, this is King Black.